Good evening, everyone, and I do pray all is well with you and your families on this very beautiful Saturday evening. First of all, I am the husband of Ruth Sugar Lump Babies, and my name is Jessie. I came on with you this evening. I don't want to take up too much of your Saturday evening, but I came on with you all this evening to share this video in memory of my mom, the late Beverly Williams. I would like to dedicate it to my wife, Sugar Lump Babies, and myself, and I would like to dedicate it and share it with you all, our reborn family and community on this beautiful Saturday evening. First of all, this is a Cabbage Patch Kid doll, and my aunt from New York gifted it to my mom in the 1980s when the Cabbage Patch doll first came out. Well, in 1971, my mom gave birth to me on the 23rd of August of 71. And after my mom gave birth to me, many years later in the 80s, she tried having more kids, but she was unable to have any more children after she conceived me in 1971. So after she was unable to have any more kids in the 1980s, like I say, my aunt gifted this little bundle of joy to my mom. And yes, Lastasia was the little girl, the little baby girl that my mom always wanted, but she was never able to give birth to. It was Lastasia. And let me tell you, when my aunt gifted this doll to my mom in the 80s, it brought my mom so much joy. Oh man, and you know what? You all, it was healing to my mom. It brought healing to my mom because she wasn't able to have her little girl that she wanted. And Lastasia is a doll, but she brought her so much love. And she brought my mom so much happiness. She would take pictures with Lastasia on Christmas. She would dress Lastasia up and put Lastasia on the bed. And Lastasia was her little girl. And I was her little boy, and Lastasia was her little girl. She loved it, Lastasia. She would talk to Lastasia. She'd come home from work. She would pick Lastasia up. She would kiss her. She would tell her she loved her. She took so many photographs with Lastasia. She would smile and take pictures with her, and so many precious memories. And this doll brought my mom so much joy. And not only joy, it brought healing to my mom because she wasn't able to have that little girl. This doll meant so much to my mom. I mean, so very much. And God allowed me to experience how much joy and how much my mom received healing when my aunt gifted her this doll after she couldn't have any more kids. And it was, to just watch it, it was just something that, you know, that was of God, you know. And now I look at the doll hobby and the doll collectible. Now it's on another level because my aunt had porcelain dolls in her home all over her bed. And it's you all, if you look, and I know I'm not the only one that noticed, but each generation gap brings out something new. So when my grandmother was young and her sister was young, they had doll collector. They collected porcelain dolls and the other little dolls that sat on the bed with the beautiful dresses on. And then in the 80s, the Cabbage Patch Kid came out, and that was a doll collectible. And people had them, and everybody was collecting them. And now it's 2023, and now everyone, the doll level has went to a whole nother level. We have truly came from a long way. In a lot of ways, God have brought us. And now we have the reborns and the Silicone Dolls. And my wife is a doll lover. She's a doll collectible. She's in the doll community. And now I see how it brings my wife so much joy. And it brings her healing as well. And I look back and I say, oh man, this is fascinating. You know, it's just fascinating to look back. And now, at first, when I got married, I was thinking, oh, my wife, these dolls, she's into these dolls, and she loves these dolls, and she interact with these dolls, and she just loves these dolls so much, and, you know, treat them like they real children. And then I look back, my mind, see, one thing about God, God will take your mind back. And I went back to when I was a little child coming up, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And when my mom received Lastasha, after she couldn't have any kids in it, God just brought it back to my remembrance. Son, you remember your mom couldn't have any kids, and that doll brought so much joy and so much peace and so much healing to your mom. Well, it's still doing that today in the doll community. You know, many people collect dolls for many different reasons, you know, but the doll collective and the doll hobby is a very beautiful hobby because it brings people healing, their therapy, and they are just so beautiful and so wonderful. And I just want to, first of all, I thank God for all the artists who God have given the mind to make these beautiful dolls so lifelike in this day and time, so lifelike. I mean, you know, the dolls even, when the artists reborn them and send them and you gift them to people, they even have their own little look about them and their own little personality. And they're just so lifelike, and they bring so much healing, and they bring so much love and peace to people for so many reasons. And this is a beautiful hobby, and I just thank God for the artists. And artists, I know you know this is a gift from God that God have blessed you all with, to be able to bring healing, to be able to make people happy, therapy, and many more different reasons. It's just a beautiful hobby, and I'm not going to stay on too long because I don't like to babble. And but I just want to just come on and just dedicate this video in memory of my late mom. And now I can understand, you know, our life is predestined. God knew that God is a all-knowing God. He knew that I was going to meet and marry a doll lover and a doll collector. Our life was already predestined. And just like I say, you guys, at first, I had a mind, my mind wasn't right. I was like, you know, about the dolls. But then God took my mind back, and now I understand, you know, about the whole doll collecting, the doll hobby. And it's very beautiful, and it's very I just can't find the words to say. But you know, I'm gonna cut the video off right now because I don't want to babble. I have too much to say. You know when you have too much to say, sometimes it's time to cut off because I don't want to mess the video up. And you know, I thank you all for looking at the video. You know, I'm a first timer, but I really want to share this video with you all and remember my mom, to let you all know that, look, I know as a man I have learned, and I look at videos with my wife and we interact with the dolls. I love the dolls. I have grown to love them, and I understand what the doll hobby is all about because of this little one right here, my little sister Lastasha. And I love you all. I appreciate you watching the video, and I pray that our great God will continue to bless and keep us all under his loving arms of protection. It's my prayer in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you for watching again. And bear with me, this is my first time. Thank you so very much. But this video really meant a lot to me to do this evening. Thank you. And may God bless. Till next time.